Good morning, everyone. Hope y'all had a great weekend. We are back home from Vegas. We went there last weekend through this weekend for a trip that I had for work, and then we stayed a couple extra days, of course, to have a little bit of fun. But we flew home last night, and for any of y'all that live kind of in the south and the west, we had a amazing storm come through, and we actually flew over that when we were coming from Vegas. So the pilot told us as we were taking off that he was going to have the flight attendants stay seated and buckled more than they normally do in a flight. So they waited a while to get up and serve drinks and snacks and things, and then they sat back down pretty quickly. And there was a lot of turbulence. I've only been on one other flight that had that much turbulence. That was when we went to Hawaii one time, or the last time we went. That one had quite a bit of turbulence. It was kind of scary. This one had a lot of turbulence, not as much as that, but it still was scary. And I had no idea about the storm. I hadn't been watching the weather or anything, so I didn't know anything about it. And then when we landed in San Antonio, the pilot said, I'm glad we landed here safely. Now, y'all, if y'all are staying in San Antonio, get in your cars and go home, because this storm is heading our way. So we flew right over it, landed, got home, and then it hit. And they actually have confirmed a tornado touchdown in San Antonio. So it was not any mild little storm. It was pretty bad. But what I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about today, I've had a lot of people message me recently talking about asking me what I'm doing and how I've been as successful as I am. And a lot of people that are on my page don't know me from before. And before I started my journey 2 years ago, I had little belief in myself, and time was very limited and money was very limited. So those are the three things that come up a lot when I talk to people. Money is something that can be a barrier, but most people, if you look at your finances, most people can squeeze out enough money to get started if they really want it, because there's things you can cut out. And for me, cutting out soda and chips and other things in our budget that we didn't need helped me to get started. Plus, I was just so desperate that I was like, I don't care. I'm starting it. We're gonna see how this goes, because I've tried everything else and nothing else is working. And then the second thing was time, finding the time. So if you have 30 minutes to do a workout, then you have 30 minutes to get this done. Most people say, well, I don't have 30 minutes. And all I can say is the majority of people spend at least 30 minutes on Facebook, playing some type of game, watching some type of TV, doing some type of thing for 30 minutes that is not necessary, that you could cut out if you really want to improve your fitness and start doing a workout. And then the third thing is believing in yourself. And this is the biggest thing that people struggle with. And it's something that I still struggle with on occasion. And then in the private groups that I run, we talk about it constantly, because it is a daily struggle. The negativity in the world is out there, and it has a way of getting into your mind if you don't work to keep it out. So that's what I wanted to really emphasize, is believing in yourself. And I tell everybody that I talk to that I have no doubt in my mind that you can do this. It's your walls and your barriers that you've put up in your own mind that you have to get past. Once you get past that and you realize that you can do anything you put your mind to, then you can do it. I'll age myself a little bit by telling you this, but my husband and I used to always watch Saturday Night Live when we were first dating and first married, and there was a little skit on there, I think it was called Stuart Smiley. And he came on, and it was so funny at the time. He would come on and he would say, look in the mirror, and he would say, you are smart enough. What was the three things? You are something, you are smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. And that was something that he said in the mirror every day, every chance he got. He would sit there in front of the mirror and say that. Well, it seemed silly at the time, and it was a good thing that we laughed about, and we thought it was so funny. but that's the type of stuff that works, is just being able to say that to yourself every day, to say something positive, to build yourself up, because the world is going to try to break you down, unfortunately. So believing in yourself is the biggest thing, the biggest obstacle that you have to get past. And once you can do that, then you will be rolling along and get results. Now, if that's something that you really struggle with, I urge you to message me, talk to me about it, because that's a huge thing that we focus on in the private groups that I run. So I would love to talk to you about getting started with that. And if you struggle with your fitness, struggle with your nutrition, then those are both things that we address, and we have awesome tools to help with that as well. So I hope that helps y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. Stand in front of the mirror every day and say something positive to yourself, because it does help. All right? Y'all have a good one.